giving smiles. He's just giving smiles. Good morning. Good morning. Thank you as always for helping with baby.
You're welcome.
Hello everyone, welcome back to Thousands of Roots. Today I'm going to be sharing a story with you of our homestead kitchen. So I'm going to be going back in history a little bit, sharing about some of the kitchens that we've had in the past and how we have gotten to where we're at now and where we're going. Last week we had beautiful weather. We were able to work outside a lot in the garden, got the root cellar work done. That was wonderful. This week, however, we've got cold, rainy, drizzly weather, so we're going to be inside, which is not best for filming. There's a lot of background noise. Children are upstairs playing the farm game, and we're going to be doing some wallboard work. There's a lot going on inside the cabin today, so bear with us with the filming, please. So here is the story of my homestead kitchen, which I'm standing in right now. I've got to go back because all of the past kitchens that I've lived in have shaped my desires and goals for this kitchen. So first kitchen that I got to learn how to cook in was actually Kip's parents' home. It was a nice kitchen. We shared it with his parents, so there were some logistics there to figure out, but that was a blessing to be able to work in that kitchen. And then we moved into a little one-room apartment. Tiny little kitchen with cockroaches. That was interesting. And then we moved to Arizona. We ended up buying a fixer-upper, and the kitchen was okay, but a storm hit shortly after moving in and destroyed most of the house. So we had to move out, and then that kitchen ended up being redone, and the remodeled kitchen there was very nice. That was a blessing as well. Then we moved to Alaska and lived in a tiny home. Not as tiny as this one, but a little home with another large family, my brother's family, while he was deployed with the Army. And that was a pretty tiny kitchen for two large families. And we made it work though. So then we went from there into another fixer-upper home that was, for us, a huge home. The whole thing needed fixed up except for the kitchen. I was very spoiled there. Huge kitchen, almost completely redone, and I was blessed to be able to do a bunch of Gnalfglins classes, traditional cooking classes online. So I was able to learn sourdough and cheese making, all kinds of things in that big, beautiful kitchen. So then we moved out of that house and that beautiful kitchen into a little travel trailer, which we lived in for a year and a half, and oh man. Was there a kitchen in there, love?
No.
There wasn't really a kitchen, it was a hallway, a passageway. We learned to say, excuse me, a lot.
Walk sideways.
Walk sideways, yeah. So going from that tiny space for a year and a half in that travel trailer into our present tiny house cabin was like moving into a mansion. It was amazing. And so here we are in our little cabin here, and we've been in this cabin for a little over 5 years. We, many of you know, are doing everything debt-free. So in this kitchen there's two things that we invested a lot of money into that I'm super thankful for, and that is our cook stove, which I love. It's amazing, works well for heating the house and cooking and baking, and our triple bowl stainless steel sink. I'm super thankful for both of those purchases. However, the rest of the kitchen was kind of just pieced together, all temporary, using scrap, using used items off Craigslist like this hutch, which we thought was solid wood, and we drove 2 hours to get, and ended up not being solid wood. I've used it as a counter, and unfortunately it's particle board that's falling apart. Every time you open one of the drawers you get this waft of musty mildew smell coming out, but nonetheless it's been very helpful. Lots of storage. So when we first got this kitchen going, we had, for storage, we just had the hutch and a little island that was gifted to us, and oh man, that compared to the trailer, that was wonderful. But I spend 5 to 6 hours a day in this kitchen, so we've got some work to do to get it to the place where it needs to be for me to be able to do the work in this kitchen. Moving forward for this homestead kitchen, in order to be able to keep it clean and organized a little easier, we're going to be putting in some closed cabinets. So for example here, it's great for storage to have open shelves, and most of this wood was just pieces, cut-offs that we had sitting around because we have wallboards all over in our cabin. But dust just collects in here. Every time you pull a dish down, you have to like blow it out because it gets so dusty and dirty. A closed cabinet up here, and likewise down below, we're going to be getting rid of this was all just temporary plywood. Plywood we found is very hard to clean unless you sand it. We would have had to sand it really, really well smooth, right love? And put some kind of sealer over it. We just did a non-toxic paint on top of it, and it cleaned up well for the first month or so, but after that you can't really clean it. My goal for this space is to just get one counter cabinet area to stretch across the whole thing, closed cabinets and drawers, and some sort of easy to clean top on the whole thing. And this old hutch, we may try and kind of fix it up, put some sort of a better surface on it, and let Esther use it out in the shop for her crafting supplies that take up a lot of space in her room right now. So that's kind of the plan with the hutch. It's gonna go. And then over on this side, same thing. The spices are beautiful, but we want it all closed off because it gets too dusty and very difficult to clean. Every time I take a spice jar down, I'm having to dust it off. So
what's the big deal about dealing with dust?
Dust makes me sick. I have mold allergy, mold illness. Right now, this whole section that doesn't have wall boards in our house, which is going to be worked on today, gathers a ton of dust, and anytime windows are open, the dust that's piled up there comes floating down. So we always have dust on everything. It makes me cough and sneeze, which I'm doing a lot of right now. Makes me cough and sneeze and have to blow my nose. So that's one way we're gonna help deal with the dust, is have closed cabinet instead of open shelving.
So here's what Carrie's talking about with the wall boards not being on. It makes all these surfaces where cobwebs and dust just collect like crazy.
Yeah.
And you normally can't see it. So we're
showing you up close in the video.
Highlighting it now. We're exposing our nakedness to you all here. Ooh, look at that.
So you are going to be covering some of that up today with the wallboards. I'm super happy about that.
Yeah, it's going to be very intrusive to do this job.
Yeah, it's going to be dusty in here today. More dusty than normal.
Yeah. So anyways, I'm looking forward to that. It's going to be beautiful to get that done.
Yes.
So we'll see how far we get today with that.
Yep. Probably also going to get just a closed cabinet for this space. Have not done dishes yet, so guys, this is a mess. You can tell I need to do dishes still. It also will make sweeping easier wherever I have open stuff on the floor, instead of just closed cabinets all the way down. We've got to move everything out of the way and sweep all the time to get rid of stuff that gets tucked under the spaces. So I'm going to be closing off spaces that gather dust.
Here's our scaffolding for working on the wall boards. And what does it turn into? Monkey gym.
It helps to have capable lightweights for a job like this. Neither's light enough to stand up on the bookshelf. Help screw in.
You're good, Nate.
So what do we got going on here for lunch, honey?
We are doing some what I call angeled eggs, like deviled eggs, but we call them angeled eggs, and super simple. I just mix in some fermented sauerkraut juice with the yolks and a little pinch of salt and some softened butter instead of mayonnaise. Mayonnaise, how do you say that? And squash porridge, which is in a previous video. Also a super easy thing to make.
Cool.
Caleb, is that your favorite place to be up there?
Nope. Bring the drill down with you.
Josh and Nady love the plank, but Caleb's not so fond of it. Good job. a little too tall. So guys, I'm really thankful for this kitchen that I have. It's been a huge blessing to me. I really just enjoy a lot of aspects about it. Like I love having the stairway right here because the chitlers can sit on the stairs and watch me cook. So there's a lot to be thankful for. With all the kitchens that I've lived in, I've experienced shared kitchens, little kitchens, huge, wonderful kitchens. I've learned that I can be content in any situation. And so these issues and things that we're hoping to change in this kitchen, it's more so about health than it is about aesthetics. Some of these things that are still unfinished or temporary things in this kitchen have contributed to ill health for me. And I'm looking forward to being able to replace those things and make this a more healthy environment. Not just for me, but for our whole family. So thank you guys for joining me in the kitchen here today, this Homestead Kitchen in the making. Thank you so much again to all those who are contributing to our fundraiser. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, check out the links in the description below, or you can take a look at this video where we talked about our top 5 goals for 2020 here on the homestead. This kitchen is part of the top 5 that we're working on this year. Also, please leave comments if you have them on our community page. We really appreciate you guys going over there and leaving your comments there. Or if you're on Facebook, you can leave comments there as well. And one last thing, please either thumbs up or thumbs down this video. Either way, that helps us out, and we appreciate you interacting with us here on this channel.
Alright, thank you for joining us on this adventure and this journey that we're on. Homestead Kitchen and top 5 on the homestead. We pray blessing over you and yours. And whatever you do it with your whole heart.
Can you smile, kid? Can you smile? Bye.